Lack of motivation is often misdiagnosed. It's often misunderstood as laziness, as procrastination. But let's challenge the idea that the problem is internal discipline. But much rather, if life feels flat, uninspiring, or just disengaging, it's not a reflection of who you are, your worth, or what you are, but instead a moment to reflect on what are those areas in your life that have contributed to this position we're in today. Let's think about that further. It's very easy to assume that you lack any drive or discipline, and the natural thing will be to work on your energy and your environment. Because what can happen is your motivation can drop when life feels repetitive and misaligned, as there's just no stimulation which leads to that disengagement. So what if that lack of direction reduces that emotional investment? So you're not unmotivated, just uninspired by your current life structure. So let's develop that together. Okay, so motivation is a response to direction and environment. So simply, if you change the inputs, you will change the outputs. The way you do things, think about things mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. That must mean life must be designed, not endured. So what are those things that could be designed? First aspect is your environment. As your surroundings influence your energy and behavior, what in particular in those hotspots you find yourself, home, work, wherever it may be, bring your mind back to a time when things weren't okay, or give you encouragement and hope that things are moving forward. Because when we can identify those environments, we can understand what is reducing that engagement with them. Or in fact, it might be time to change the space to create a new stimulus. Another aspect of life to design is that challenge. The lack of difficulty creates that boredom because there's no longer that resistance to put up against, especially when growth requires resistance. So maybe it's time to introduce goals that require effort, that require energy, that require a part of you that either needs reawakening or that hasn't had the time to shine at all. But on top of that, another area of life to design is the direction. Having no clear path reduces that motivation, the desire, the want to even take action at all. So unclear goals can create that drift. So what could be done? Establishing a target and moving towards it. But if that's all externally, what could be done internally? One profound area of life to design is expanding that identity within. Your current identity limits your behavior. It isn't in congruence with growth, with developing, or moving forward. So that repetition creates that feeling of stagnation. So what could expanding into that new version of yourself through action do for you? Because as much as motivation is triggered internally, it is created through design. So somebody who feels unmotivated has the same daily routine, no clear direction, no challenge, and just feels disengaged. But with someone who's designed their life, has a change of environment, introduces and accepts challenge whilst having that defined direction, which then expands the identity. Same person, different inputs, different energy. And what you notice is this isn't about motivation. It's about life being redesigned. It's another aspect of being that is deeper than a feeling, an emotion, but taking action on this core belief you have for yourself that life isn't meant to be in a way that is monotonous, that is repetitive, and that is just being, but much rather reigniting that feeling, being a place that gives you a bit of pushback for you to push back further and ultimately develop who you are. And that's how I'm going to leave it today. If you enjoyed today's discussion, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video with a friend or family member you know would like to hear this conversation. I have one question just before we leave. What part of your life feels dead? And if you'd like one-to-one support with feeling unmotivated or uninspired, either click the link in the description where you'll find the Rebuild Scorecard, in which it will help you identify where you currently are in life and what those next steps could be moving forward. My name is Kanchefu once more. Have a good day, morning, night or evening for wherever you're in the world watching this, and I'll see you next Monday for our next discussion.